Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So we're back for another day of our yo-yo only adventure. And in today's episode, it's kind of sad but also very exciting to say, we are now in the end game of the series because it's my goal with today's episode to try and defeat Yharon, which is the second to final boss in the Calamity mod. And I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the word try here, because if we have a little look at my track record of just trying to beat Bumblebird, a little bird that flies around the jungle, I don't know how much of a chance I stand against this boss, but I've made great preparations. I feel like the world is really complete now, and I feel like it's going to be a really cracking episode no matter what. So I wanted to start today's episode with the most requested feature from the last episode, which is a true DPS test of Demonic the Obliterator, which is the yo-yo we got in the last episode. Now, if you didn't get the chance to see it, we ended up using a mod called Yo-Yo Bag Buffed. It's a Calamity side mod that somebody else has made, and we used it to take down the Devourer of Gods. However, it's very, very, very overpowered. I didn't realize how overpowered it was. It looks a lot simpler on paper. So let's have a look at this DPS test. So what we've got today is the Mega Yo-Yo Bag. This is the one we made in the last episode. It's the best one that we can make at this point in the game. And it does 12% increased melee damage and all these extra things. But what it also doesn't really tell you is that there is a special feature to it where it will fire pretty much every projectile that's inside of Terraria, and it's pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie, this thing is very overpowered. And then we also have a Menacing Yo-Yo bag. So this is the one that you get in vanilla Terraria. This is what we'd be using if we didn't have the mod. But then we also have a Super Yo-Yo bag. So I threw this in because I wanted to see the full comparison list, because I feel like it's either one of these that we'll be using today to defeat Yharon. I think it will start with this, and then if we do really bad, it will go to this. So this is tier 1, this is tier 2, and this is tier 3. You guys get ready for this, because this is crazy. So this is the regular yo-yo bag. Let's have a little look at the damage. I'm going to put it right there. And let me get my counterweights. Well, they're never going to reach, are they? So as you can see, it does around... Let's let that stop. It does around 40,000 damage per second, which is pretty insane. As you can see, a little bit more. It really depends on where the lasers are hitting and what they want to do. So let's swap these two over. Now, 5% increased melee damage and increased movement speed and critical strike chance. This is in the hundreds of thousands. This is insane. If we can get it to hit both, it's not the same, but that's what it is, right? So it's good to have, because we're going to be very weak against this final boss. Now let's go to the Mega one. And this is the Mega one. The Mega one looks amazing, I'm going to be honest. But it really depends on what you're doing and where you are and what projectiles are falling out. You know, it's really hard to do these results accurately, but that's what it is. So I've got 2 yo-yo bags that I'm going to use today, and, you know, we're going to crack on from there. So to begin today's episode, we actually can't craft the jungle egg, and that's because we never took down Bumblebird. So when I say that we're going to have a bad time, I really do mean it. So I'm going to make some burb pheromones, and the first thing we're going to do in today's episode is we are going to head to the jungle, to my new arena, my arena that I spent a bit of time on, and we're going to have a look at what's going on. So I tried to find measurements for where the tornadoes are going to be, and I made my best guess, because during the fight, 2 tornadoes spawn at either side of the arena, and you don't want to be walking into those tornadoes. So it required me to extend the jungle out quite a bit, and I built these big jungle walls. Now the fight goes up pretty high, so here's the thing: you've got to keep the fight inside of the biome, or it can enrage, kind of like the chicken balls. So what I had to do is I basically just got a bunch of lizard brick and I placed it right up here. So as you can see, it goes out of biome a little bit, but it's still better than what we got. So I looked at my flight speed and how high I can go, and I ended up building like a giant box around here. so that when I fly up, it's not too bad. Like, I'm not going to hit low gravity, because I feel like low gravity is what's going to kill me. But on the map, it looks pretty insane. I ended up filling in all of this and cutting back here, because this was all corruption all up to here. And then I took away the hallowed and basically just filled it with mud. It was a pretty fun time, actually. I had a good time doing it. I was listening to some... I was listening to lo-fi remixes of Breath of the Wild. I was having a good time. Like, I enjoyed building it. So, we're going to do Bumbleburb. Now, we're using the final yo-yo. I still got a Sharknado, which is pretty great. That's from my yo-yo bag. It'll be fine. So, this is the final yo-yo with the normal bag. And as you can see, it obliterates things. Like, compared to how we were doing with, like, a yo-yo. It was like 2 yo-yos ago. We were still struggling with that fight. And it's not like we've had too many upgrades since then. So that's Bumbleburb. It's done. We're going to open that up. We've got the feathers. Going to head back home. And I never actually looked at the crafting recipe. Truth is, somebody commented the other day, James, if you don't kill Bumbleburb, you're not going to be able to do Yharon. So I knew that I had to do it. So we're going to dump all of that in there. And we're going to assume that that's what you do. So, egg. What's the egg called? I actually have no idea. Okay, it's called the dragon egg. So you need... Oh, you need more. Well, that's all right. We can go and buy a treasure bag now that it's complete. So let's head over here and go and buy one. So yeah, it's coming up on the end of the series. I'm devastated. I'm really getting into the vibe of the series, which is a shame because it's coming up to an end. But I always enjoy myself when I'm playing with yo-yos. Honestly, I think it's like one of the funnest classes to play as. It's not like it's harder in a different way. I do really like it, and I'm gutted to see it end. But I feel like we'll probably have time for another series before 1.4 because, you know, 1.4 is meant to come out in oh, I didn't have Bars of Life either. 1.4 is meant to come out in 2019, right? And obviously based on like how things are going, you know, it's not here already. We're going into December. You know, chances are it's probably not coming out so soon. So that being said, what we can do is we can just make more modded series because, you know, I'm game for it. If you guys are game for it, I'm game for it. I said going into this at the end of the summer, I really just want to do every modded series that I can before it comes. Because eventually, you know, once it does come out, we're going to have to really slow down on modded content until all of these developers catch up. And, you know, that takes time. A lot of mods might not make the cut. You never know with these kind of things. It all depends on the person that are making them. You know, everybody makes these for free. We're so lucky as a community. We really are. I mean, I am. Because I get to play them every day. But, yeah, just something to keep in mind. We'll do something cool. We'll do something interesting. I think either another class playthrough or maybe Masochist mode or maybe a vanilla series with a twist with like a few little mods thrown in. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, time for Yharon. Yharon is a big bird. Oh, okay, my arena sucks. I didn't do it. So this is the bit I was most worried about, and it has kind of backfired on me already. So I made that big lizard block, and I was like, you know what? If I can't get over it quickly, we're kind of doomed a little bit. So looking at this, I need to be a little bit more to the left when I spawn it in next time. I mean, at the end of the day, this is just the warm-up. But I'll tell you what, I'm so glad that this fires lasers, because I feel like this would be a much harder fight if it didn't. Let me just double-check. Right, I'm using the right yo-yo bag. That would be such a James thing to use the really overpowered one and be like, oh, guys, have you seen how easy Yharon is? So the thing with Yharon is it just gets more and more difficult. It's based on a boss that I'm really bad at. Oh, I keep... Oh, God. Let me explain myself. I keep hitting teleport instead of the thorium heal, but I clearly don't have any food for thorium heal, so I've just been teleporting, and I don't know if it's been I don't know if it's like I've been losing health for it. I'll look back. We'll see. But yeah, it's based on Duke Fishron, which is a fight I just suck at. Like, I'm really bad at Duke Fishron. I am getting better though, to be fair. But do you know what I think is getting better with me and Yharon? Not Yharon. Duke Fishron. It's the arenas I'm building. Like, I'm focusing more on jump height. So there we go. That was attempt number 1. That's the Jungle Dragon Yharon. made us drop a plat. Don't worry about that. Look at these cool flames. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to spawn it differently, like a little bit more to the left. And then I'm going to look at that bit in the middle with all that lizard brick. 'Cause I don't know if it's overkill. You know, I don't know if it's overkill and it's going to ruin the fight. So we'll see. We'll see. But that was cool. First attempt. And we've always got this as a backup. That's the best bit. We've always got something else that can help us out. Alright, so I'm on to attempt number 3. Attempt number 2 was pretty much the same. So what I did was I threw my footage into a video editor and I had a little look over what I was doing just to see, you know, where I can improve. And I noticed a lot of things that I could probably do better. A lot of things that would make the fight easier. So I wanted to try a fight with this buff on. So you remember from yesterday, we got a buff that gives us a bunch of extra defense and extra damage and crit chance, but it slows you down. Now, I noticed that I was hugging Yharon, and that seemed to do a lot more damage. So what I need to do is I need to teleport more and avoid the attacks, but still hug it. So I thought it was a good idea being a bit slower. But we're going to see how that pays off. So attempt number 3 is still a trial run, because I want to see what I can do. And I don't know how I'm feeling already. I feel like I'm too slow. That's my initial reactions, you know, it might change, alright? This fight's got a bunch of different phases, a bunch of different attacks. As you can see, there's flaming things everywhere. And these lava tornadoes. It's a lot. I quite like that instead of water tornadoes, it's fire tornadoes. I think that's kind of cool, like, thematically, because obviously it's based on Duke Fishron. I tell you what'd be good, if I could get the tornado spawners, because they fire out, don't they? Oh, there you go, there's 2 of them. If I could get them to land up here, then it would spawn a tornado above me, then I wouldn't have to worry about it. I think I'd need to be a lot better at dodging to do that. Right, so I'm going to turn off that buff. I'm going to go back to having a bit more speed. I feel like speed's the way. I also feel like going up to the top of that brick, it probably just ain't the best. I feel like I need to fight it below the brick and see if I can do it then. I like it when the tornadoes do go to the other ends of the arena, so it's like, alright, I've got these tornadoes, I don't have to worry about them. Oh god, look at that one. Alright, so that one's going to land there. Okay, so this is what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to have tornadoes where it's like right next to me. So I think what I might do is, if they end up being right next to me and I'm kind of like stuck between the boss and the wall, I'll go over the bricks and teleport across. I hope this commentary is making sense. You know what? When I do these commentaries during a tense boss fight, all of it makes sense when I'm talking, to me. And then I listen back and I'm like, he's speaking gibberish or not? Sometimes I feel like I am. So I've been getting into Pokemon again, and it's a bit of a plot twist, right? So this is the Pokemon I've been playing. Pokemon White. So you may remember the other day I was talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield, how, you know, I didn't think I was going to get it, and then I got it, and then I couldn't really get into it fully. Well, I started playing Pokemon White again because I got about halfway through that game last year and forgot about it basically. So I've been playing through it, and I played like 4 hours yesterday. Been really enjoying it. So I was beginning to think I was getting too old for Pokemon, but I don't think I am. I think I'm just like not the category for the newer Pokemon games. I feel like the DS ones and before that are the ones that really resonate with me. I think that's because I grew up playing them, and they always had that one style. And I don't know if the new style's for me. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's a generational thing, which is quite funny because, you know, it's Pokemon generation. Okay. I feel like it's quite fair in this fight how when the tornadoes spawn, when they hit you, they don't instantly do damage. It gives you time to like get out of them. Because I feel like that would be pretty unfair if a tornado just appeared in your body. You know, I like that it gives you a little bit of time to navigate out of it. I do really like the lasers on this this yo-yo. I think they're good. Alright, come on, Yharon. Yeah, I'm really trying to stay close because it's a bit like the Wall of Flesh thing. I've been saying this for a while, but basically if you want to win a fight like this, you have to stay close. God, those projectiles are mad. Alright, so we're up to, we're just past halfway in the fight. I'm really enjoying the fact I can talk over it and enjoy it with you guys, because I don't really like cutting out boss fights too much. I mean, I have to do it for the ones that are super serious, because as you all know, I'm not very good at fighting and talking. I make like really dumb mistakes. So I definitely do best when I'm not chatting, but it's nice to chat. I mean, you're here for a video. I'm here to make videos. why I don't particularly like, well, I'm going to change that because it's different now, but it's why I didn't particularly like the Supreme Calamitous fight, because it was all of these hours of me, like, really trying to beat it in death mode, and it was very lonely. It was just, like, hours of me just doing it on my own. Okay, so it's definitely quicker now. Oh my god. Right, I've got to be very careful not to spawn tornadoes right on top of me, because I need room to dodge. Oh, I didn't want that. Does it go all the way up? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good at least. Alright, so got a little bit of thorium heal in there. I've got 20 seconds left on my own health, so that's not great. I've got to really think about my teleports now. Is there any health on the floor? Oh god. That was not worth it. Alright, so we got to 33%. So I'm going to try it again. I'm going to try get back to that point and bring you guys back in. But it's good. It's a good fight. I'm enjoying it. Okay, I'm up to the 40% mark again. It's just gone to that quick speed. And I feel like I've had a lot more control of the fight this one. So this is actually my 5th attempt. I did another attempt and got around this point, but I didn't look this good. I had like 100 health left, and I was like, alright, 40%. So I'm trying to actually keep distance this time. Like, I've been going for the really, really close approach, and I don't know if it's been really paying off. I keep seeming to get the tornadoes at the top as well, which is like that thing that I mentioned that I did actually want. So we'll see. Okay, right. Now it's getting really close. I do really want to win this, so I do want to fight it far away, but I also want to fight it close, and it's kind of like hard finding that balance. I mean, it's good staying away because it lets me regen. You know, it's extra seconds on a healing pot. And it's all about avoiding the attacks, really, isn't it? Like, I feel like I lose the majority of my health to the tornadoes almost. Like that. Like, that was dumb. Okay. Let's see if there are a few hearts on the floor. Alright. Thanks. I'll salvage anything, honestly. Alright, that worked out pretty well. We got a tornado at the top, and I got to escape a little bit. Oh my god, there's so many seconds left on a heal. I don't think I'm going to win this one. I feel like this one's a done one. Oh, no. So what I did then was I teleported, and as I teleported, my fall speed increased because of the teleport, and I landed right on top of it. I was like, boy, come and kill me. This is getting hard. It's always, when you're first doing it, and it's like the first 2 or 3, you're like, alright, okay, I'm going to be fine. And then after a couple, you're like, oh, I'm still not beating it. Like, what's going on? We'll see. Oh god, it's teleporting like crazy now. And this is always the phase of any fight that I always lose. Like Duke Fishron, Brain of Cthulhu, any of them. This is where I always lose. So, Boss Cursor coming in big. Thank you very much. Mate, I wish I could pick up the health off the floor, but I just can't get it. My dragon deems you an unworthy opponent. You must acquire the power of the... What? You must acquire the power of the dark... What does that say? My dragon deems you an unworthy opponent. You must acquire the power of the dark sun to witness his true power. The dark sun awaits. So I don't know what that is. Oh, I got a treasure bag. What? What's going on? I don't remember this. I feel like I've seen this before, or I've heard of this before. So I open it up, and it gives me Dragon's Breath and Yharon's Gift. The power of the god pulses from within this artifact. Flaming meteors rain down while invincibility is active. Exploding dragon dust is left behind you as you move. Defense is increased by 30 and damage is increased by 15%. That's actually really good. Is it better than this? Maybe. Alright, well, I'm kind of confused. I'm going to go onto the Wikipedia page and read about it, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I did some Googling. I found out what it was. So apparently, and I feel like I remember this from a while ago, you do the fight the once, and then you have to do it a second time, and the second time is even harder, which sounds really cool. Like, I'm on board for this 100%. My heart dropped when I saw it because I thought it was cheat detection. I thought the yo-yo bag might have triggered it, or the fact that I often use Heroes mod to create all of the thumbnails, as you guys know, because obviously bosses don't always look like that. I use Heroes mod, I freeze them in time, and then grab my screenshot so that I can have, like, you know, different boss sprites than the ones on the forum page or whatever. So yeah, I was a little bit worried. I was like, oh, come on. I was like, please, let me just continue. So that's pretty cool. So I think we're going to do that tomorrow then. The Dark Sun part apparently is a buff to the solar eclipse, and then you get these Dark Sun fragments and you can make some new weapons and some new armor out of it. But I believe the armor is after you've defeated second Yharon, and the yo-yo that you get from it is also after you've defeated Yharon. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I believe what's going to happen tomorrow is we're going to make the second to final yo-yo and then instantly be able to make the final yo-yo. So that's going to be a pretty special moment. That is obviously if I beat Yharon, which I really feel like I will. I feel pretty confident about it. So I'm going to end it there for today's episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and a very big thank you for all of the attention recently. The most recent episodes have been outperforming any video that we've had in recent memory, and I'm so grateful for it. YouTube is clearly recommending the series to a bunch of new people, and those people that clicked on it, maybe click subscribe. I'm very grateful. Welcome to ChippysCouch. Hope you're all having a good time. It's a shame that you've meted me at the very end of a series, but if you like what I do, maybe you'll watch the next one. Right, guys, hope you're all having a great day. Can't wait to chat to you in the comments, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace.